Well, back guys to Fog Racing. We're here in Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and we've also a wee bit of Canadian action to look forward to. But as it's been all season, it's Red Bull domination. It's P6, it's P8 for Ferrari, Alfa Romeo looking best of the rest. But let's see how the race is going to go down on the border, the Black Sea. I say the border, the coast of the Black Sea, not the border. Not the border, brother. But as you can see, Bottas managing to leapfrog Perez, but Leclerc overtakes Hamilton. We've got Sainz battling with Alonso and Russell. We've got Magnussen battling with Ocon. But again, there's always one guy out ahead, out in front, and that guy's name is Max Verstappen. It is a bit old, it is a bit repetitive at this stage, kind of a bit like real life, but come on guys, can anyone take the fight to Max Verstappen and hoover a victory off him? And as we move on to lap 11, Ferrari, the race pace looks like a bit better, but then again, we are pushing tyres. We've committed ourselves to a 2-stop while everyone else is doing a 1-stop, and as you can see, we've pitted, we've come out in 15th and 16th, and we've got quite a big gap. As you can see, the cars are pitting. Leclerc is a clear P2. We then have Perez behind with Carlos Sainz on the medium. Then it's Bottas on the hards who's trying to launch a manoeuvre around the outside. But Verstappen has a healthy lead over Leclerc. But, you know, the tyres, the push, the 2-stop, you're going to have to push these tyres to the moon. And back Bottas, with such a manoeuvre right around the outside, overtakes Sainz and Perez. But interestingly enough, we have a safety car after Perez and Bottas has overtook Leclerc here, and at this point you've just got to pit both your drivers and hope for the best. You know, that is exactly what you've got to do at this stage, and hopefully, you know, we don't fall too far down the grid in order to make a pretty good comeback. But you know, you'd think with fresh tyres at this point you would be able to. We are on lap 26. You know, you don't really want to be pitting here. You want about 10 laps to go the safety car, so you've a clear tyre advantage here. But here you don't really actually have that day. So, but we've got Verstappen leading for Perez, Bottas, Hamilton, Ocon, Alonso, Leclerc, and Sainz. But we are on the much fresher compounds, not completely fresher. Leclerc on the mediums, Sainz on the hards. The hards especially will be able to push them to the moon. Leclerc though, he's actually been overtook by his teammate, who in turn manages to overtake Lewis Hamilton. Leclerc, though, manages to re-overtake Carlos Sainz, overtakes Bottas, and now has Sergio Perez in his grasp. But as we move on, I don't understand how Max Verstappen managed to pull like a 12-second gap here. I really don't. Like, I honestly don't. It's confusing, it's retarded, it's everything, it's all of the above. As we move to about 9 laps to go, Bottas tries a manoeuvre on Leclerc, gets it done. Bottas moves himself up into P2, and it was Pierre Gasly who brought out the safety car. I forgot to mention that at the time. We did see footage of it, but you know, probably should have mentioned that. And we've also got Max Verstappen spinning here, but what? He practically lost no time. Like, cause again, no pressure to the guy, and he just doesn't even do that. But at this point, the VSC came out for a crash at the castle section, and this is the way the race finished, guys. We had Verstappen from Leclerc, from Bottas, Sainz, Hamilton, Perez, Ocon, Alonso, Russell, and Alexander Albon. A bit of a disaster from our point of view, because, well, not a disaster. I mean, P2 and P4 is alright, like, but you know, it just really highlights how far, especially Verstappen, is ahead of us right now, and it's not good. And just like the Drivers' Championship says, I mean, it's Verstappen's to lose. It absolutely is. The Constructors, it will be pretty much impossible for Red Bull to lose, guys. But anyway, next up, with Canada, here's the footage for Canada, the home screen. So until next time, I'll do it for this part. Not the greatest race in Baku, but let's see what Canada has